Welcome to Daily Stoic Practice, your compass to navigate the complexities of modern life with ancient wisdom. Here's a truth most men don't realize. Attracting the woman of your dreams has nothing to do with being rich, looking like a model, or coming up with clever pickup lines. It's not about impressing her with grand gestures or trying to play some game you've been told will win her over. The real secret? It starts and ends with you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still coming up short? You text her, compliment her, maybe even go out of your way to do nice things for her, but instead of drawing her closer, she pulls away. If that sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not alone. The problem isn't that you're not good enough. It's that you're focusing on the wrong things. Here's the reality. What truly captures a woman's attention and her heart isn't what you do for her, but how you carry yourself. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude emotional strength, who stay calm under pressure, and who are confident without being cocky. Think about it. How often do we admire someone who's steady, unshakable, and completely comfortable in their own skin? That's what makes someone magnetic, and it's a quality that's irresistible. But here's the good news. You don't have to be born with it. These traits aren't something reserved for a lucky few. They're skills you can develop. By mastering a few timeless principles from Stoic philosophy, you can become the kind of man who doesn't need to chase, impress, or prove anything. You'll naturally attract not just women, but respect, admiration, and the life you've always wanted. Join us on this journey. Hit the subscribe button and drop a 1 in the comments below to show your love for this topic. Your support inspires us to keep sharing Stoic wisdom to help you overcome life's challenges. Are you ready to discover how to stop chasing and start attracting? Let's dive into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and unlock a new way of living and loving that starts from within. Let's get real. The advice most men get about attraction is wrong. Dead wrong. You've been told to shower women with gifts, flood them with compliments, and bend over backward to prove you're worthy. Society pushes this idea that if you just do enough, you'll win her heart. But here's the harsh truth. Trying too hard doesn't draw her in, it pushes her away. Why? Because the more you focus on impressing her, the more you lose yourself in the process. Women can sense it instantly. When you're overly eager, when you try too hard to make her happy, you come across as someone who's uncertain about their own value. And nothing is less attractive than a man who doesn't believe in himself. Have you ever seen a guy who doesn't seem to try at all, but somehow becomes the center of attention? He's not loud or flashy, he's not chasing anyone, yet people are drawn to him like magnets. What's his secret? It's not his looks or charm, it's his presence. True attraction isn't about earning her approval. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally commands attention without saying a word. It's about mastering yourself, your emotions, your reactions, and your sense of self-worth. When you shift your focus from, "What does she think of me?" to "What do I think of myself?" everything changes. Imagine walking into a room. Most guys are either glued to their phones, fidgeting nervously, or over-analyzing every word they might say. You can almost see the pressure on their faces as they wonder, "Am I good enough?" But you're calm, collected, and grounded. You're not scanning the room anxiously or rehearsing lines in your head. Instead, you're fully present. You're not trying to prove anything because you don't need to. You've built a deep sense of self-assurance that speaks louder than words ever could. That's the power of self-mastery, and it's exactly what Stoicism teaches. Chasing someone is exhausting, not just for you but for her too. When you constantly try to get her attention, she starts to feel overwhelmed or, worse, uninterested. Why? Because chasing creates imbalance. The more you pursue, the less attractive you appear. It sends a subtle message that you see her as above you, that you need her validation to feel complete. And women don't want to be placed on a pedestal. They want to meet someone who's secure in themselves, someone they can admire as an equal. Think about it like this. Have you ever tried to catch a butterfly? The harder you chase it, the more it flutters away. But the moment you sit still, it might land on you. Attraction works the same way. Stop chasing and instead focus on becoming the kind of man she wants to pursue. So, how do you shift from chasing her to commanding attention effortlessly? It starts with focusing inward. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control other people or external events. We can only control ourselves. And that's where your power lies. Life throws curveballs. Maybe she doesn't respond to your text right away, or a date doesn't go as planned. Most guys panic or overthink in these situations. But a Stoic man stays calm. He doesn't let external events shake his inner peace. This emotional stability isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. Women want to be around men who can handle life's ups and downs with grace. When you rely on someone else to make you feel good about yourself, you hand over your power. Take it back. Build your self-worth from within by pursuing your passions, developing your skills, and staying true to your values. When you're confident in who you are, you won't need her approval. And ironically, that's when she'll start giving it freely. In a world full of distractions, being fully present is rare. Instead of obsessing over the perfect thing to say or do, focus on listening and engaging with her genuinely. When you're present, you create a sense of connection that goes far deeper than words. Here's one of the most powerful lessons Stoicism offers. In any situation, strive to be the calm in the storm. Women notice this immediately. When others are frazzled or overly eager, you're the guy who's steady and composed. This doesn't mean you suppress your emotions or act like nothing bothers you. It means you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Picture this. You're on a date and something awkward happens. The waiter spills water or she accidentally mispronounces your name. Most guys would get flustered, try to make a joke, or overcompensate to fix the moment. But you smile, stay relaxed, and keep the conversation flowing naturally. That kind of calmness is rare, and it sets you apart. Becoming the kind of man who effortlessly attracts women isn't about tricks or hacks. It's about embodying the qualities that naturally draw people in: confidence, self-mastery, and authenticity. When you stop trying to impress and start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, women will notice, and they'll want to be part of your world. So forget the lies society has fed you about attraction. Stop chasing her and start chasing growth. Build the kind of life you're proud of, and the right people, including the woman of your dreams, will be drawn to you. The question is, are you ready to step into that power? Mastering your inner world is the foundation of true attraction. At its core, Stoicism teaches us how to cultivate emotional resilience, self-control, and inner peace. Not by suppressing feelings or turning into an emotionless robot, but by learning how to navigate life's challenges with composure and clarity. This approach isn't just a philosophy. It's a way of living that can transform not only your relationships, but your entire perspective on life. Think about the qualities that naturally draw people in. It's not loudness or flashy gestures. It's calm confidence, the ability to remain steady when things don't go as planned. When you can stay composed, no matter the situation, you set yourself apart. Women notice this immediately. In a world full of chaos, being the man who radiates calmness makes you a rare find. You become a safe harbor, someone they can rely on to remain grounded even when everything around them feels uncertain. That's what makes you truly magnetic. Picture this, you're on a date and something unexpected happens. Maybe the restaurant gets your order wrong, or the conversation hits an awkward pause. Most guys would stumble, crack a joke to fill the silence, or try too hard to fix the moment. But you stay present, relaxed, and unbothered. You smile, acknowledge the situation, and calmly move on without letting it rattle you. This doesn't just show confidence, it shows maturity. Women aren't looking for perfection, they're looking for someone who can handle imperfection with grace. When you master your inner world, you stop being reactive. You don't let external events dictate your mood or behavior. If she's running late, you don't spiral into frustration. If she tests your boundaries, intentionally or unintentionally, you don't lash out or fold under pressure. Instead, you respond thoughtfully, with intention. This kind of emotional stability signals strength, and strength is attractive. It's the kind of quiet power that doesn't need to be announced because it's felt. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. This is where your power lies. Imagine approaching every interaction with a sense of calm self-assurance. You're not trying to impress her with what you say or do. You're simply being fully present, listening, and engaging without an agenda. That kind of authenticity is rare. It's not about pretending to be calm. It's about genuinely being calm because you've done the inner work to master yourself. Most men get caught up in trying to control things they can't. Her feelings, her reactions, the outcome of the date. But when you shift your focus to what you can control, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, you step into a different league. You stop seeking her approval because you've already given it to yourself. You stop chasing validation because your sense of worth comes from within. And paradoxically, that's when you become the most attractive version of yourself. When you're not chasing, you naturally attract. Women feel safe around men who are steady and composed. This doesn't mean you suppress your emotions or act like nothing phases you. It means you know how to manage your emotions in a way that doesn't overwhelm the situation. For example, if she shares something vulnerable, you don't rush to fix it or brush it off. You hold space for her feelings, showing that you're not just emotionally intelligent, but also emotionally available. This balance of strength and openness is rare, and it's incredibly appealing. By mastering your inner world, you also cultivate patience. You're not rushing to prove yourself or force a connection. You understand that meaningful relationships take time to develop. This patience shows her that you value quality over quantity, depth over superficiality. It's a stark contrast to most men who try to rush things, driven by insecurity or fear of missing out. Your ability to slow down, stay present, and let things unfold naturally makes you stand out in the best possible way. Mastering yourself doesn't just change how women perceive you, it changes how you see yourself. You start to carry yourself differently. You speak with more intention. You act with more purpose. And that confidence isn't just attractive, it's contagious. People around you start to feel it. You stop worrying about what others think and start focusing on living in alignment with your own values. This isn't just about dating. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands respect and admiration in every area of his life. So if you want to stand out, stop focusing on external factors you can't control. Instead, turn inward. Build emotional resilience. Develop self-control. Cultivate inner peace. The moment you do, you'll realize that true attraction isn't about what you say or do. It's about who you are. And when you embody calm, confidence, and authenticity, everything changes. Not just in your relationships, but in your entire life. The question is, are you ready to start mastering your inner world? Because once you do, the possibilities are limitless. The foundation of becoming a high-value man, someone who naturally attracts women and commands respect, rests on mastering three timeless principles: emotional control, authenticity, and presence. These aren't just traits to practice when you're around others, they're habits to cultivate in every area of your life. Together, they form the backbone of Stoic attraction, making you not only irresistible, but also someone who moves through life with strength, purpose, and ease. Let's break it down. Emotional control is where it all begins. Life is unpredictable. A date might not go as planned, someone might criticize you unfairly, or you may find yourself navigating a stressful situation. Most men react impulsively to these moments, either shutting down, overcompensating, or letting frustration get the best of them. But when you remain steady, calm, and composed, you demonstrate something rare: strength. Women are deeply drawn to men who can handle challenges without losing their cool. Think about it. When everything feels chaotic, who would you rather be around? The person panicking or the one who radiates calm confidence? Emotional control isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about choosing your response. When you stop letting external events dictate your mood or behavior, you become unshakable. This steadiness shows her and everyone around you that you're grounded and dependable. It's a trait that not only earns trust, but also sets you apart in a world full of reactive, impatient men. Next is authenticity. There's a magnetic power in being unapologetically yourself. Many men make the mistake of trying to be what they think women want: overly agreeable, excessively charming, or pretending to have interests they don't actually care about. But this facade is exhausting, and worse, it's transparent. Women can see through it, and instead of feeling impressed, they feel disconnected. Authenticity, on the other hand, is refreshing. It's the confidence to embrace your flaws, to own your quirks, and to show up as you are without needing validation. When you're authentic, you attract the right kind of attention because you're not trying to mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations. You're simply living in alignment with your own values. This kind of self-assurance is contagious. The right woman won't just be drawn to you, she'll respect you for it. And respect, as any meaningful connection will show, is the foundation of lasting attraction. Then there's presence, which is perhaps the rarest quality of all. In a world full of distractions, where everyone's eyes are glued to their phones and minds are scattered across endless to-do lists, being fully present is a superpower. Presence isn't about having all the answers or knowing exactly what to say. It's about showing up, fully engaged, and making the person in front of you feel like they're the only one who matters. When you practice active listening, paying attention not just to her words, but to her tone, her expressions, and the emotions behind what she's saying, you create a connection that goes far beyond surface-level charm. Presence means you're not thinking about what to say next or how you're being perceived. You're simply there in the moment. This kind of engagement is rare, and it's incredibly attractive because it makes her feel seen, valued, and understood. Now imagine putting these three principles together. You're on a first date, and something unexpected happens. Maybe the conversation takes an awkward turn, or the service at the restaurant isn't great. Instead of reacting with frustration or overcompensating to fill the gaps, you stay calm. You smile, acknowledge the situation, and move on as if it's no big deal. That's emotional control. Throughout the conversation, you're not trying to be someone you're not. You're sharing your real thoughts, your genuine interests, and maybe even a vulnerable moment or two. Not to impress her, but because you're comfortable being yourself. That's authenticity. And all the while, you're fully engaged in the interaction. You're not checking your phone or scanning the room. You're listening intently, asking thoughtful questions, and making her feel like she has your undivided attention. That's presence. This combination is rare, and it's why mastering these principles can transform not just your dating life, but every relationship you have. Emotional control, authenticity, and presence aren't just attractive. They're the building blocks of trust, respect, and deep connection. They show that you're a man who knows who he is, what he stands for, and how to navigate life with grace and intention. So if you're ready to step into the role of a high-value man, start with these foundations. Practice them daily, not just in the presence of women, but in how you approach every moment of your life. The results will speak for themselves. Words have power, but only when used with intention. Many men mistakenly believe they need a library of clever pickup lines or a steady stream of compliments to win a woman's attention. They assume the louder they shout her praises, the more likely she is to notice them. But here's the truth. Most of those words barely register. Women hear the same recycled lines and shallow flattery over and over. What truly leaves a mark are words that carry depth, sincerity, and a sense of connection. The secret isn't saying more. It's saying the right things in a way that makes her feel seen, valued, and understood. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to establish this connection is by using her name. It's a detail so small it's often overlooked, but it carries immense weight. Think about it. Your name is tied to your identity, to who you are at your core. When someone says your name in a conversation, it feels personal, intimate, like they're speaking directly to you, not just at you. The same is true for her. By using her name naturally and at meaningful moments, you show her that you see her as an individual, not just another face in the crowd. You're acknowledging her uniqueness. The key, however, is to use it sparingly and strategically. Overuse can feel forced or mechanical, while subtle, well-placed moments, like when you're giving her a genuine compliment, can make her feel truly special. And speaking of compliments, let's get one thing straight. Surface-level praise isn't going to set you apart. Telling her she's beautiful or that she has a nice smile is fine. But let's be honest, she's heard it 1,000,000 times before. It's background noise. What stands out are compliments that go deeper, that reflect you're paying attention to who she is beyond her appearance. Women crave to be seen for their minds, their values, and their passions. Instead of focusing on how she looks, focus on what makes her unique. Is she enthusiastic about her career? Say something like, "I admire how passionate you are about what you do. It's inspiring to see someone so driven." Did she just share a thoughtful perspective in a conversation? Tell her, you have a way of looking at things that's so refreshing. I love how deeply you think. Compliments like these don't just make her feel good, they make her feel understood. They stand out because they go beyond the surface and connect to something meaningful. Another way to forge a deeper bond is by practicing gratitude. It might seem simple, but a genuine thank you can carry tremendous weight when it's delivered with sincerity. Women notice when a man appreciates the little things, whether it's a thoughtful gesture, her time, or even her sharing something personal. Gratitude shows that you don't take her for granted. For instance, if she shares an idea that makes you think differently or helps you solve a problem, take a moment to acknowledge it. Say something like, "I really appreciate the way you think about things. It's helped me see this in a whole new way." Or if she makes an effort to meet you halfway, whether emotionally or physically, thank her. "I really appreciate you taking the time for this. It means a lot." It's not about overdoing it or thanking her for every tiny thing. It's about recognizing her efforts when they truly matter and showing her that you see her contributions as valuable. What ties these elements together, using her name, thoughtful compliments, and genuine gratitude, is intention. When your words carry intention, they go beyond the superficial and resonate on a deeper level. This kind of communication isn't just about what you say, it's about how you make her feel. Words can create a sense of safety, connection, and understanding, but only if they're delivered with sincerity. That's why it's important to listen actively, to notice the details about her that others might overlook, and to respond in a way that reflects that you're genuinely present in the moment. Let's be clear. This isn't about manipulation or saying what you think she wants to hear. It's about cultivating the habit of meaningful communication in all areas of your life. The more you practice connecting with people authentically, the more natural it will feel when you're with her. And when your words align with your actions, when you're consistent, intentional, and genuine, that's when they carry the most power. Imagine the kind of connection you can create when every word you speak feels intentional. Imagine how she'll feel when she realizes you're not just paying attention to her looks or what she's doing on the surface, but to who she truly is. She'll feel valued, respected, and most importantly, seen. And that's something that very few men ever manage to achieve. It's not about being the loudest voice in the room or trying to overwhelm her with charm. It's about quietly showing her that you're someone who listens, someone who notices, and someone who values substance over flash. Words matter, but only when they're spoken with purpose. So start by practicing these habits in your daily interactions. Use people's names thoughtfully. Compliment not what's obvious, but what's meaningful. Express gratitude for things others might overlook. These aren't just skills for connecting with women. They're skills for building stronger relationships in every area of your life. And as you grow in this practice, you'll find that your words don't just make others feel valued. They'll help you become the kind of person who commands respect, admiration, and authentic connection wherever you go. Actions speak louder than words, and nowhere is this more evident than in the way you carry yourself. While what you say can have an impact, it's your actions that truly reveal who you are. Confidence, especially the kind grounded in Stoic principles, isn't about putting on a show or performing for others. It's about embodying self-assurance through behavior that is calm, deliberate, and authentic. This is where true attraction happens, when your actions align with the qualities you claim to stand for. Let's break it down. First, master your body language. The way you physically present yourself sends messages before you even open your mouth. Imagine someone slouched over, fidgeting, or avoiding eye contact. Now picture someone standing tall, shoulders relaxed, movements controlled and deliberate. Which one would you naturally respect and gravitate toward? Women pick up on these nonverbal cues instantly, and they matter far more than most men realize. Start by planting your feet firmly on the ground. Stand as though you belong in every room you enter, because you do. Relax your shoulders, but keep your posture upright and open. Avoid crossing your arms, which can make you appear closed off or defensive. Most importantly, maintain steady eye contact. Not in a way that feels forced or intense, but just enough to show that you're fully present and engaged. When your body language is calm and intentional, you radiate self-assurance. It's a quiet confidence that doesn't demand attention, but naturally draws it. Next, move with purpose. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to command a room without saying a word? It's not because they're the loudest or flashiest. It's because they move deliberately, as if every step has meaning. Nervous energy, like rushing through a doorway or scanning a room anxiously, signals insecurity. But when you walk into a space slowly, deliberately, and with your head held high, you're telling the world, I'm comfortable here. This doesn't mean you need to overthink every movement, but being intentional about how you navigate your environment communicates control. Women notice these subtle details. A man who moves with purpose exudes stability and confidence, and these qualities are inherently attractive. Now let's talk about gestures, not grand, dramatic ones, but the small, thoughtful actions that speak volumes. Many men think they need to wow a woman with elaborate displays of affection to win her over. While there's nothing wrong with a romantic gesture, it's the little things that truly make an impact. Did she casually mention her favorite author in a previous conversation? Surprise her with a book by that writer. Did she talk about a personal goal or challenge she's working on? Check in with her about it and let her know you're rooting for her. These kinds of actions show that you're not just listening, but that you genuinely care. They demonstrate attention to detail and emotional intelligence, which are far more meaningful than superficial gestures. The beauty of these small acts is that they don't require you to be flashy or over the top. In fact, their simplicity is what makes them powerful. They communicate that you're paying attention, that you value her as a person, and that you're thoughtful enough to act on what you've noticed. Grand gestures can sometimes feel performative, as though you're trying too hard to impress. But the small, intentional ones, they feel authentic, personal, and deeply considerate. The key to all of this, whether it's mastering your body language, moving with purpose, or making thoughtful gestures, is consistency. Confidence isn't something you turn on when you're trying to impress someone and turn off when no one's watching. It's a way of being that permeates everything you do. When your actions consistently align with your values, you build trust, not just with others, but with yourself. You start to see yourself as someone who is grounded, intentional, and capable, and that belief naturally radiates outward. Remember, Stoic confidence isn't about trying to control how others perceive you. It's about controlling how you show up in the world. When you focus on mastering your own actions, rather than worrying about how others will react, you reclaim your power. Women are drawn to this kind of strength because it's rare, genuine, and unwavering. It's not about being perfect. It's about being steady, deliberate, and true to yourself. So the next time you walk into a room, take a moment to ground yourself. Stand tall, move with purpose, and let your actions speak for you. When you listen carefully, act thoughtfully, and carry yourself with quiet confidence, you'll find that you don't need to seek attention. It will come to you naturally. And that, right there, is the essence of embodying Stoic confidence. Navigating challenges with Stoic grace is a skill that can transform not just your relationships, but your entire approach to life. Relationships, like anything meaningful, come with their share of difficulties, moments of awkwardness, misunderstanding, or even distance. What sets you apart isn't whether you encounter these challenges, but how you choose to handle them. While most men react impulsively, a Stoic man remains calm, composed, and intentional, turning potential problems into opportunities to demonstrate emotional resilience. Let's explore how you can bring this philosophy into your interactions. Take the first scenario. The date isn't going well. Maybe the conversation isn't flowing as easily as you'd hoped, or the restaurant messes up your order. For many men, these moments can feel like disasters. They might scramble to fix things, overcompensate with humor, or become visibly frustrated. But here's the thing. Those reactions only amplify the tension. Instead, a Stoic man knows that perfection isn't necessary for a meaningful connection. He stays calm, takes a deep breath, and approaches the situation with light-hearted ease. If the conversation feels awkward, he doesn't force it. Instead, he embraces the silence as a natural pause, giving both of you space to regroup. If the restaurant messes up the order, he smiles, shrugs it off, and uses it as an opportunity to show patience and flexibility. This kind of reaction not only puts her at ease, but also demonstrates emotional strength. She'll notice that you're not rattled by small inconveniences, and that calmness will make her feel more comfortable around you. Now consider the second scenario. She starts pulling away. Maybe her texts become less frequent, or she seems distant during your conversations. For most men, this triggers a sense of panic. They start chasing, sending more texts, asking what's wrong, or overanalyzing every interaction. But this approach almost always backfires, as it comes across as needy and insecure. A Stoic man, however, understands that he can't control her actions or feelings, only his own. Instead of panicking, he steps back and gives her the space she seems to need. This isn't about playing games or ignoring her. It's about showing that you respect her autonomy and are secure enough in yourself to not demand constant reassurance. When you stop chasing, something remarkable happens. You shift the dynamic. Instead of focusing on her withdrawal, you focus on yourself, your goals, your passions, your life. This subtle change in energy is powerful because it communicates that you value yourself enough not to rely on external validation. And ironically, it's often in this space that she starts to re-engage. By not reacting emotionally to her pulling away, you show her that you're different from most men, steadfast, patient, and secure. Whether she comes back or not, you've maintained your dignity and stayed true to yourself, which is far more attractive than chasing someone who's uncertain. Stoic grace in these situations isn't about pretending to be unaffected or suppressing your feelings. It's about choosing your response with intention. Challenges are inevitable, but they're also opportunities to demonstrate who you are at your core. When you stay calm during an awkward date or composed when she pulls away, you show her that you're a man who doesn't let external events shake his inner peace. This kind of steadiness is rare, and it leaves a lasting impression. In both scenarios, and in countless others you'll encounter, the key is to focus on what you can control. You can't control the restaurant's service, her mood, or whether she decides to pull away. But you can control how you respond. When you choose to approach these moments with calm confidence and a touch of humor, you show her that you're grounded, adaptable, and emotionally resilient. You become someone she can trust to handle life's unpredictability with grace. So the next time a date goes sideways or you feel her slipping away, resist the urge to panic or overreact. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of what truly matters and respond with the calm, steady confidence of a man who knows his worth. That's Stoic grace in action. And it's one of the most attractive qualities you can bring to any relationship. Building a lasting connection requires more than chemistry or fleeting excitement. It demands depth, trust, and effort. At the core of every meaningful relationship lies mutual respect and understanding. These aren't just ideals. They're the foundation upon which love, trust, and emotional intimacy grow. Let's explore the principles that will help you create a bond that not only lasts but thrives over time. First and foremost, be true to yourself. Authenticity is one of the most magnetic qualities you can possess. Yet many people hide parts of themselves, fearing rejection or judgment. But here's the truth. The only way to build a genuine connection is to show up as the real you, flaws and all. When you embrace your strengths and imperfections, you allow her to see and appreciate who you truly are. Pretending to be someone you're not may impress her in the short term, but it's unsustainable and ultimately shallow. The right woman won't need you to be perfect. She'll value you for your honesty, your quirks, and your willingness to show vulnerability. Authenticity isn't just attractive. It's the glue that holds meaningful relationships together because it fosters trust and encourages her to be authentic with you in return. Another crucial ingredient in building a lasting connection is creating shared experiences. These moments, whether big or small, act as the emotional threads that weave your lives together. Shared experiences don't have to be extravagant or meticulously planned. They can be as simple as cooking dinner together, exploring a new hiking trail, or even spending a lazy Sunday morning in conversation. The key is presence, fully engaging in these moments so they become memories you both cherish. These experiences build emotional intimacy because they're a reminder that your time together is meaningful and valuable. It's not about how much time you spend, but the quality of that time. A single heartfelt evening where both of you are truly connected can mean more than weeks of distracted interactions. Shared experiences also reveal compatibility, helping you understand each other on a deeper level while creating a foundation for future growth. Finally, stay consistent. Consistency is the bedrock of trust, and trust is essential for any relationship to flourish. Consistency doesn't mean being predictable or routine. It means being reliable. It means showing up when you say you will, following through on your promises, and demonstrating integrity in your actions. When your words and actions align, she knows she can count on you, and that reliability creates a sense of safety and stability. It's easy to make grand gestures in the early stages of a relationship, but what really matters is the day-to-day effort you put into nurturing the connection. Small acts of consistency, checking in to see how her day went, remembering things that matter to her, or simply being emotionally available, show that you're invested in the relationship. Over time, this consistency builds a sense of security and deepens the bond between you. When you combine authenticity, shared experiences, and consistency, you create a relationship dynamic that is both fulfilling and resilient. Authenticity ensures that the connection is genuine and built on honesty, while shared experiences create a tapestry of meaningful memories. Consistency, meanwhile, lays the groundwork for trust and emotional safety. Together, these principles not only strengthen your connection, but also create a space where both of you can thrive as individuals and as partners. Building a lasting connection isn't about doing one grand thing. It's about the small, intentional choices you make every day. It's about being present, staying true to yourself, and showing her through your actions that she matters. When you approach your relationship with this mindset, you cultivate a bond that can withstand challenges and grow stronger over time. So focus on being the kind of partner you'd want to have, authentic, present, and reliable, and watch as your connection evolves into something truly extraordinary. Stop chasing. Stop trying to impress. Instead, turn your focus inward and master yourself. When you embrace the principles of Stoic philosophy, emotional resilience, authenticity, and presence, you naturally become the kind of man who attracts not just a partner, but the respect and admiration of those around you. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. It reminds us that we can't control others or external events, but we have complete authority over how we respond. When you learn to harness that power, you transform not only your relationships, but your entire life. This journey isn't about finding the perfect partner or winning someone over. It's about becoming a man who is so grounded in his values and purpose that the right woman recognizes your worth without you needing to prove it. She'll see it in the way you carry yourself, how you handle challenges with grace, and the confidence that radiates from simply being true to who you are. This isn't a gimmick or a trick. It's a lasting transformation that starts within. But Stoicism's wisdom goes beyond love and relationships. When you build a foundation of self-mastery, every aspect of your life elevates. Your career benefits from your calm focus and clear thinking. Your friendships deepen because you show up as an authentic and reliable presence. Even your own happiness flourishes because you stop seeking external validation and start finding fulfillment in your own growth. The time to start is now. Take that first step toward becoming the kind of man who doesn't just react to life, but shapes it with intention. Begin practicing the principles of emotional control, embrace your authentic self, and commit to being present in every moment. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each day, each choice is a chance to refine yourself into the man you're meant to be. And remember, the journey to unlocking her heart or anyone else's begins with unlocking your own. By choosing to live with purpose, integrity, and presence, you'll find that love, success, and fulfillment aren't things you chase, they're things you naturally attract. This is your moment to step into that power and create a life that feels not only meaningful, but truly your own. The journey to meaningful connections and lasting attraction isn't about changing who you are. It's about becoming your best self. By embracing Stoic principles like self-control, emotional resilience, and authenticity, you develop an inner strength that naturally draws others to you. This isn't just a relationship strategy, it's a way of life. Master yourself, and you'll gain the confidence to face not just love, but every challenge life presents. True attraction isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about living with integrity, aligning your words and actions with your values. Focus on growth, and you'll find that everything you desire, love, success, fulfillment, will come naturally. Take action today. Reflect on where you can grow. Start small by practicing Stoic principles daily. Embrace progress, not perfection, and celebrate your wins. Ready to go further? If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe to Daily Stoic Practice and share your insights in the comments. Your thoughts may inspire others on their own journeys to inner peace and resilience. Don't miss our daily videos, insightful discussions, and practical tips for applying Stoic principles to your modern life.